Some just going for a short run sounds pretty difficult. For some, a 5K seems a little too far. A marathon literally seems impossible. But to Dave Mcgillivray, the crazy distance from Medford, Oregon to Medford, Massachusetts became the goal. He's this week's amateur athlete. If you saw this group of runners Thursday morning during the golden hour of the Rogue Valley sunrise, you may not have realized you witnessed Southern Oregon, American, and global greatness Dave Mcgillivray. He's rocking a blue Boston Marathon jacket. He's the race director of the Boston Marathon, and he's finished that race 46 consecutive times. In total, he's run 155 marathons. But he's running a 5K in Medford, Oregon to remember his greatest achievement, running from Medford, Oregon to Medford, Massachusetts back in 1978.
I consider Medford, Oregon like my second home. For me, it all started here in Medford, Oregon, literally, because I took my first steps here.
The corner of 8th Street and Oakdale Avenue is where a lot of runners from Southern Oregon take their first steps in the Pear Blossom 10-mile run. For Dave, it was the first steps of a 3,542-mile journey.
I was a young kid who really earned the right to do it by training really hard. But at the same time, I didn't know what I was up against. The miles was one thing, and then what you're dealing with and the hurdles you're confronted with, everything from extreme weather to mountains to oppressive heat in the desert to cattle chasing you to rattlesnakes to the vehicles of America.
Don't forget, in 1978, there was no GPS for runners to use, so he got on Highway 99, started running.
I did AAA maps, and I just had to hope I was heading east. That's all I did was head east.
It's hard to picture a greater achievement than finishing in front of 32,000 people at Fenway Park. But Dave has used his running success to make the world a better place. So far, he says the various events that he directs has raised between $200 and $300 million for various charities. He now has a book called Running Across America, which has an illustration of Dave taking off from right here in Medford, Oregon. And now Medford Mayor Gary Wheeler honoring him as well. The morning was spent breaking ground for the new plaque at the Pear Blossom takeoff spot, recreating historic photos from back in 1978, and inspiring each other to reach for greatness and health.
And giving back. It isn't just out there running and doing something good for yourself, it's doing it for a greater purpose.
Dave also wants the people of Southern Oregon to be proud of where they live. And this is coming from someone who ran across the entire country.
It's interesting, people travel the world, and when they see the pyramids, or they see the Eiffel Tower, or they see the Vatican, they're just amazed, they're thrilled, they're beside themselves. For me, it's Medford, Oregon.